Alright guys, welcome back to another vlog. Today we'll be talking about where we're from. As you can see
in the title.
Don't worry about the camera bouncing. It's just a makeshift setup we have here. You know, we're in vacation mode. We're still at Negril, but we decided that we're gonna share where we are from. It's been a while that we should have shared this video, and we're in a good mood now. I feel like we're gonna share it with you guys. You know, our background, somewhat how we grew up, right? And yeah, basically where we're from, so you can share some similarity with us, right? If there is any. Most likely there must be some similarities, right? We'll go first. You go first or you go first?
It no matter.
Yeah guys, but before we start that, if you're seeing this video and you're new to the channel, just go ahead and press the like button and subscribe to us, Rashi and Wally. You don't know we're from Canada. We shared our journey with you guys, you know, when we just came, and we are doing thing, and there's a lot you can learn from us through watching our vlogs. And yeah, just like up and subscribe to the video because this one's gonna be really interesting. All right, anything you want to add to that?
No, we'll just get right into it.
Right into it guys. So yeah, I know we're kind of low tempo and so on, but we feel cool and chill. We feel relaxed here on vacation in Negril, Jamaica. We're feeling so good and we just don't want it to end. But I'm gonna go first. My story is a bit long, so I'm gonna go first. Let me just take the glasses off, right? I still get much sleep as yet guys, so don't kill me under my eye kind of black, but we are running it same way. So Wally live a whole heap of place, right, in Jamaica. Places, maybe 6 addresses or 5 different addresses, right? But let's get into it. So Wally was born in a place, or at a place called Ricketts Crescent, right? That's Kingston 13, right? Near Norman Manley High School. It's that area very close to Maxfield. Those who know Maxfield, but you can say that I grew up in Maxfield area, but it's really Ricketts Crescent, right? And it's also close to Royalton. That's where I grew up. I was born there, and then I left that area at 5 years old, and we moved to Spanish Town. So before I go further into that, I grew up with 2 sisters, right? My mom and my dad, and I am the last one, right? The last child.
Wash belly. Yeah,
for that union. So you know me, I'm the young one. I have 2 older sisters. The first one 7 years older, and the other one 4 years older than I am. So that's the setup of our family. I also have outside sisters. One that I know one more than the other, right? Familiar with one more than the other. The second one, I've seen her maybe once or twice, right? She's on the outside, but I know of her. The other one, we have relationship, but it's been a while since I've seen her. Hopefully in the future I could get to, you know her some more and spend some time with her. So that's set up of my family. So we left from Ricketts Crescent and we went to Spanish Town. Those were really hard days because back in the days, in the early 90s, it's like the bus system was really bad, so we had to get up like early in the morning, and there was some specific buses that you had to catch, and if you don't catch those buses, then you're basically late. You cannot arrive to school early, and likewise if you're amongst the working class. Spanish Town, when I remember about tough days, Spanish Town brings back memory because we had a lot of tough days in Spanish Town, but we only spent a year living in Spanish Town, as far as I can remember, or maybe a year and some months. And it was a small room, a 2-bedroom. It was 2 small, tiny bedrooms. And I remember as a child, it felt so strange, like living from a big house into a tiny house in Spanish Town, because when we were living in town, we were in a huge house, family house, and it was like, you can't know, like subletting, like we portion it up, right? So you know, we would have cousins and so on live over one section, and then we would live over the other section, but the rooms were very big and the yard space was very big. But my dad ran into some difficulty, so we had to downsize and leave from Kingston and go to Spanish Town, right? He had his own business making money, and then, you know, misfortune caught him, right? Or he caught misfortune, so we had to pack up and leave and go to Spanish Town. As I said, Spanish Town was rough days. I spent maybe a year and something there. After that, I left from Spanish Town. It was too rough. Came back to town and we moved to Waltham. That's Waltham Avenue for those who know about Waltham. Real garrison. When I went there like maybe 6 or 7 years old. Right? You don't know about the mystery. I'm going to tell you some of the mystery. When we went to Waltham, like the first thing I experienced, like the second night, I saw a man get shot. Just like, no, I never see the man get shot. We were inside and we just hear pam 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 pam. Shots started firing. Went outside, I saw a man on the ground shaking like him a kick. He was kicking, struggling for air, right? And I saw several situations like that afterwards. Like really bad community. Like every day shots fired, night and day. I lived there for 7 years. But I would say that was the best years of my life as a child growing up. Because even though there was a lot of violence going on and like men from different communities were shooting after each other, separate and apart from that, when there were no incidents of shooting, like the love and the warmness was so good. Like at my house was a house where everybody would come and gather to eat. Because my dad went away when I was 6 years old after struggling in Spanish Town. He went away to the Cayman Islands and that really turned around the family life. So we moved and somewhat decided that we're going to stay at Waltham until better days come. But when we went to Waltham, the time extended, we got a bit comfortable. We loved the area because there is where even now I still in communication with some of my childhood friends, and that place became home for us. Even though it was really bad, it became home. As I said, my dad was overseas. So he was like, he might make money, he might make enough money, so he used to send money every week for us. And because of that, my mom was able to always have food on the table. Like every day, my mom cooked 4 or 5 times for the day. So my house was the house whereby everybody would gather and eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then night snacks. She would prepare like grater cake, fritters, even jerk pork sometime late at night, and persons come by. Nonetheless, we weren't rich, we were in a poverty setting, but we were very comfortable because we never short of money. We left from Waltham because my dad didn't like it for us, because he went overseas early when I was very young, and he got exposed to better life, and he wanted better life for us, likewise my mom. But he was the person pushing that agenda for us to leave that situation and go in a better setting. Now we leave Waltham and we went semi-uptown. We went to a place called St. Andrew Park, and St. Andrew Park I find my second roots and my second set of childhood friend. All those who watch Jason, big up yourself, Darren, big up yourself, and Sheldon, big up yourself, right? I met a lot of persons around that area, and even Darren, he was a somewhat, what do you call him person, mentor. He was a few years older than we, so he would have bring me go all about club. We went to the nicest club, guys, when I was like 15, because we used to be big from my age, right? I was very big for my age, so I would be allowed into all the clubs then, right? Hanging out with Darren. St. Andrew Park is off Mullines, close to, like you're in the Affachi area, close to Spanish Town bus stop. You just go down a little bit further, and then you would see the tire shop on the right hand side, and then you see a nice housing scheme on the left hand side. That's where I spent some years, right? Very good community. Now, leave from that community now, you know, sister graduate from college, she do her stuff that the big sister here me talk about, very bright girl, and the family start moving up rapidly. We leave from that community and went to a nicer community to live. Still rental, Richmond Park. Those who know Richmond Park, close to the Maxfield area, but it was a nice scheme at that time. We spent some years at Richmond Park, and Richmond Park, I met up with some school friends, right? They live in the same area, and then would hang out and so on. Richmond Park also bring back some good memories. I left from Richmond Park, and then my mom and dad bought a house in Portmore, Greater Portmore. So that bit pretty much wraps it up for me where I am from. Deepest Garrison, left go to, you know, semi-uptown, then go to an uptown area, and then went to Portmore, of course, after my parents purchased a house. Now, I see all sides of the spectrum, guys. I see dirty life, I see good life, I see volatile lifestyle, and I see like safe lifestyle. So the way how I grew up, I would say I grew up not sheltered. I was exposed at an early age. So I think that humble beginning and somewhat beginning with exposure to good life kind of caused me to be a complete person and to be like I can live in the humblest setting and at the same time know that better is out there. You know what I mean? Because I've experienced really good life and I've experienced really bad life, and I think my background as somewhat painted, you know, are somewhat carved my character. You know me, I say, guys. So it's been a while I wanted to share where I am from, and I think where I am from has caused me to be like this. So people will see and say, boy, why you like this or why you want that? Because it's upbringing, and you know what me used to over the years, and I know what is not good and what not to do to get out that situation and what to do to get out that situation. So guys, like if you're in a poverty, you're not for staying in a poverty. There are things you can use to come out. My family used education, and my dad migrated overseas to take us out of that situation. And my mom was always a hard-working lady. She worked at Tasty for years. My mom used to work at Free Zone. I don't know if you don't know Free Zone, guys. Free Zone, they like
work overseas.
Yeah. We used to come and see my mother count out money. I take up most of the ministry. You see my mother come and count out a lot of $100. I think at that time whenever you saw $500, when she get her pay, she come count it out in front of it. So we exposed to money from an early stage, right? So even though we never living in the best of community, we used to see money around us. When my dad used to come back return to Jamaica 2 to 3 times a year, we used to see him with how much money account out in front of us as kids. 400,000, 500,000. And I'm telling you, in the 90s when that had strength, you never used to have $1,000 bills, you used to have $500 bills, guys. So you can just imagine how much money or how it look like a lot of money. No, never make Rashi say her piece, but I think that's pretty much for me where I am from. There's a lot more to say. Maybe 2 other videos I will share with you guys, but this one is just a short and spicy one where we are from and how we grew up. Alright, I miss out nothing? You say a lot.
You say a lot.
Yeah man guys, you say a lot, but it's been a while, long overdue video. Go on Rashid.
Where am I from? You know when somebody talking at the class and them do a really good job and it's your turn now and your heart like this? I'm feeling like that now.
Well, I'm here to help you.
Right, so guys, I'm from for the first 12 years, 11 years of my life, I was living in Kingston 16. I was born at Victoria Jubilee Hospital. Well, most of we...
Music play loud, so we talk loud.
Most of we born at Victoria Jubilee Hospital.
Never saw me born.
You're born there too.
Alright, go on.
He was born there too.
Yeah, so you see how the good so far.
And the first place that I was St. Alban Lane in Franklin Town. My mom, I was born in a nuclear setting.
I'm going to play music in the background. Whoa. Yeah, but born still.
I was born in a nuclear setting. I was the first child for my mom and my dad. You want to move?
Yeah, it's bad because they
guys, we have to move to the music.
I want to play with me at all.
It was, but not so low.
Not so low, don't it? Guys, we have got to our next location, so the video don't get flagged.
So guys, this is so we have to move. You're here, Rashi side, right? So, hold on. Alright, so guys, as I was saying, I was born in a nuclear setting. I'm the first child for my mom and my dad. They were young lovers, just like me and Jermaine, right?
Yeah, bring me the story.
Yeah,
guys, tell I talk our story.
Yeah, man, them are the young lovers. Move out and live on them own in a little what I call that? With more than one family yard at the time with the same part. My aunt was living on the next side of the house, family friend on the next side, and my mother have her little part there, so that she and my father was living. Of course, he was also from the community because my grandmother was living like 3 roads from that. That's my father's mother, right? And my mom was brought to that community, so that's how they met, right? So she was living in, well, up there so near Oberlin High School, because she's a past student at Oberlin High School. So she came to the community, them fall in love, and
past Constant Spring and go up?
yeah, up above rocks up there, so she used to live. Right, so she moved come to the community and them start fishing around them one another as young lovers, and that's how I became Rashida, right? So after that, I born to them St. Alban Lane there, so and let me take off this. Sure. Right, I born to them there.
Gonna make it blow out with us running.
You're crazy, my expensive hat. Anyways, I born to them there, so my mother and my father never really last past me being 5. Around 6 them did on and off. So because my mother want to get out time, she moved without him knowing. When I was going to infant school, so I was like 5. I remember moving with a van. My mother built her furniture and everything and just moved left him because them did in a relationship out, it's like them can't left, you understand?
Yeah.
Because my father was really a wild person. I even have a sister that follows me, and she was conceived during the time that they were together. So you understand
so nice.
why my mother would have left, like hurt after hurt. She couldn't manage him no more. In terms of that, him never really have nothing about him, right? So him not even do the thing respectfully. If you understand what I mean.
Man, a superstar.
Him never do the thing respectfully.
Guys,
very
drop
disrespectful.
Superstar below the video. Anyway,
right?
interpret session.
Them long time man, they very disrespectful. So she said she not take no more. So she move out, left it. Him come him not see her. She take me away everything. I'ma move and go to same community. Camperdown Road. That's where I spend most of my life, right?
Is that in Franklin Town?
Same Franklin Town, same Kingston 16.
So big up all Franklin Town people in the house at Kingston 16, right?
Yes, Kingston 16. So almost all of my family members them come from around there, so, right? Who leave from country come there, so them live. My other grandmother live around there, so cause there's where my father come from, right? He was born in Hanover, but him mother come young and have our house and thing right there, even to date. Alright, so I was a love child. I was very loved by my dad. He's now deceased, but he hold a special place in my heart. But the funny thing, although my mother did hurt, she never ever tried to tell me bad things about my father. I really respect that about her. Because even one of the time, known to me by observation, because Pitney no fool, him never really take up him financial responsibility, like how Jermaine's father would have.
Yeah.
And it's not that him never work money. Him just, I think at the time, young and stupid. My mom was very ambitious. She even put to him, you know, me could buy a house. Him say him too young to do that. Him never think about life like that. Him just want wild out. Him want go to the bar. Him want buy drink for enough man. And then him not remember say me need. But my mother being the mother she is. True word.
Need some water.
Me never look less. Me never look less ever. Because of that, I think she always try to overcompensate. So she always overspend because you must never. Me never remember going to school all my life and look the worst. Me always in at the best. So that's how me grow. So me clothes and them something that me can show the pictures on top of pictures. Me ever bash.
Somebody requested pictures.
Yeah, me gonna show a picture from my mother is a fashion person who know her can comment below.
True.
Ever tidy.
True.
Every day, all day, every day. When she step out, it turns. So I saw me grow.
One if she still have it. I think she have that again. I think you lose it, mommy.
This him now, mommy. So me just tell you, I'm from that type of background. My mother loved clothes and I saw me come love clothes and love dress up. So that was my background. Even when my father when I give me nothing, come for me, my mother dress me up and make me go with him with a thing say Maggie or something. Yeah. That was my mother. She know if you stand up in the gap, you now look no worse. When girl I step out, that's when me lick my mother always tell me, my auntie them too, say when me dress me up, nobody can touch me, not only who dress up.
What do you mean though?
Like when them dress me, I know say me go out. Like my mother put up my bubbles and my clothes.
So nobody can touch you?
Nobody in a yard clothes can touch me. Because me I go out, me hot. Nobody
Well,
nothing touch me. So when me ear comb, and me see my mother tie down my ear.
You don't believe it though? Believe it?
That's true. Auntie, I will me comment below. Nobody.
This is a different video still, but that's true. Guys, when Rashi mother clean up the house and fixed up, you go over there, you can't sit down on the couch.
Yeah.
Guys, when they sit in the couch, just take a deep breath.
But guys, this was me. If you're in a yard clothes and you're not dressed up like you go out like me, you can't touch Rashi because me a step, right? Once you go out and a step with me, me ain't nothing with nobody else. That's what me do. Yeah. Everybody else told me about it from when me small, right? Yeah. But you see, it bring me back to it. You see, like I have a special love for my father. Even now, I feel bad saying pass. He never get to, right when me go carry him for meet Jermaine.
Yeah.
The man died the January, right?
Didn't get a chance to meet her dad.
I think he would have really take on to Jermaine, you know what I mean?
Sometimes I'm a gangster, guys, real superstar.
And to you know guys, who know my father, him a real quenga to you know, but that is for your next day. Real quenga, so that's why I feel thing cut short.
We're not promoting that over here.
Yeah man, but
we're not promoting that over here. Alright, go on.
So guys, yeah, when I reach, I move go Camperdown Road and thing. My father still come around there try for woo my mother. But you know, them time they share pretty different things. Share pretty, you know, for better lifestyle for me and whatever. By the time I reach 8, she meet my stepfather and them start move along. He was living in Portmore at the time. He had 3 kids, but they weren't living with him at the time. They were grown. And one was overseas at the time, and I came over there. By that time I was going to Jesse Paul Primary School, and I passed my GSAT for you can put in that to add it. I passed a Holy Childhood High School, and it come in handy. At the same time I moved the summer over to Portmore to start school in September. It took a while for me to adjust because me used to go school when the sun out. Now living from Portmore, the bad bus system, just like what I'm saying, experience in Spanish Town. Yeah, when by the time the bus reach, we did live nearer to the mall, Bridgeport side. The bus them full from Greater Portmore, so up on the step you there and you have to get up early. Where the place dark. Me never used to them something so me never like Portmore. Yeah. Me I say where this a place and my mother come put me in and me used to life to be easier because me used to walk to school. My mother used to give me spellings while me I walk to school, you know. Like she did have more time for me living in that setting with my grandmother and my auntie, but when I moved over where my stepfather was, the setting is kind of rough for me to adjust to, right? And I never get used to the hang of having a stepfather either, because you know in a child mind who never grew with a stepfather at that time and them really love them father, I couldn't let go of the thought of my mother moving on from my father, or it's not possible that them are going to be together. It was like my stepfather the hindrance for them to be back together. Every pitney who got through that can understand that. It would have to be, imagine. Yeah, so and then like my stepfather never, in my eyes, never know how to get to me as a child. He never know. He more would have be the type of person where they would have said jovial, but he more would have like ramp. But me never consider that like fatherly love, because my father thing was more sport with me, carry me go places, so theme thing did different. And then he was older than my mom, so me in my mind I said then she couldn't find.
You had the problem.
Yeah, me and my mind.
You never liked to take up an older man.
Me never liked to take up an older man at the time, but it wasn't my decision to make, so I really never liked me have to adjust to all of that mentally. Not that I put it on my mind, but me never take kindly to it, right? And then now,
just say something, guys. Rashi still love her dad.
Wally. I'm gonna feel bad the same day. I'm gonna get feel like he can't see me now. Yeah. Like everything what I do in a life, I'm feel achieved. I really wish them I could have shared it.
Yeah, or go look for him or whatever. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah,
guys, that's for next.
Don't make me cry upon the video, you know, shit. I'll do that.
Right, so yeah, but that still, because I think my sister still share that, and like me have a sister who I tell you about that follow me, and it's like that are the only thing we have. Like she are the only thing that me have to remember. And
Yeah. So I'm going to cut it right.
right, she was like, she are like the only person I have where know him from him young and can really relate to me, and like a lot of stuff what we discuss over the phone, like at the same time, that same particular time in her life when I was going through certain stuff, she was going through it at that time. You know what I mean? So it just made me and her have a closer connection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I said earlier, we will share it with you in our other videos because everything can come out at the same time. You know what I mean? And yeah, moving on from that, I have a pretty good childhood. Like, I literally was a child up till 17. Literally, when I say child, I mean, if my cousin them on the thing, them can tell you, play dolly house with dolly. Me not talk dolly house like what him same play. Me talk dolly house with Barbie dolly, with book and everything. I was a child at heart. Literally, me can tell you guys, me literally enjoy my childhood. Even me have an uncle when me love him, gone to bed, him name Uncle Glenn. Me always tell you about him.
Junior, they go say.
Listen, him and Uncle Junior was my favorite uncle. Like, I used to go to him a country, like for summertime, and I said the man take care of me. Like, enough things where you see me even like the corn porridge and so, and him, or him would have prepared it, and even when I still make it now, it remind me of him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uncle Junior now, him did live on the same road where I born, and every morning he come for me. Like, my born in so much love, guys. When I born, I'd have a bigger cousin, but they were boys. I was like the first girl born in the circle, so everybody did frighten over Rashid.
One boy brown in there.
Who, Chrissy?
Yeah.
She born after me.
Oh, Chrissy born after you?
Yeah, me born February and she born September.
Okay, okay.
She never born yet. You see how much months
Yeah.
So me the first girl we born in the circle. So everybody, my auntie, everybody buy for me. Everybody come for me. Even Uncle Junior, me walk for banana. Him carry banana for me every morning. He used to live down the road. I mean, come Rashi and this, that. Even my pet name, I'm not share part of it a Rashi, but the next part I'm not share.
You share it soon.
Yeah, even him come take it up. That name they come from my father. Everybody will know me from long time.
So
if them see me on the road, at that them gonna call me, right?
So question. So which basic school did you go?
Oh, I went to St. Alban Basic School.
Where is that? Franklin Town?
Franklin, like walking
and then
distance.
Which primary school?
Then I went to Alpha Infant School. That's the infant from 4 to 6.
Yeah.
And then I went to Jesse Paul. Then Holy Childhood.
Then Holy Childhood. Yeah. Alright. But just want to share that with you guys. Also, I went to Mount Providence Basic School. That's off Maxfield, right? And Richmond Park, right at the intersection. I think it's called Richmond Avenue and Maxfield Avenue. Very close to Offertree. And then I went to Dunrobin Primary School, right? That's off Dunrobin Avenue, close to the Red Hills area and Constant Spring area. And then I went to the Superstar School, that's Calabar High School, right? Green and black. When they see me, you see a lion, the lion roar, right? So, sea bar all the way. Yeah, so that's our story basically, where we are from. You have an idea.
And of course, guys, me have to big up. Me have a grandmother, she named Sister. We can't see eye to eye most time, you know, but she love me and I love her, and she malice me and I malice her too. Two we born February.
You malice your grandmother?
No, not real malice.
Okay.
We are the same thing. We are the same exact thing. When me tell you, You see that behavior that me have, like if somebody not deal with me, me cannot deal with them. She may get it from same, so she stay. If you're there on the right, she take the left. She may take it from my grandmother. Me love her gone to bed. Just that she terrible and me terrible too.
Me never get the experience really for grow on grandparents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me grow on grandparents.
And my mom brought me to look for my grandma, and my dad brought me to, you know, look for my grandmother as well. But to say grow with them, I never have that experience to grow with them. I really get motherly, fatherly and sisterly love. When I would be around other male figures is when we go country. You know what I mean? Westmoreland, we go down there and spend every holiday. So I would be around my cousins or friends. You know what I mean? He's a man, an alpha male, so I'm always, anyway you see me, you see 10 man. While growing up, you know what I mean? Even though I love women, but always their own man, even though I never grew up with male figures. Because my father spent most of my childhood overseas, you know? You did mention a point earlier about why me stay so, because even you and your mother some bossy too, you know.
Yeah, but
you know
that's innate. Your father like that too.
Guys, me trying not to be bossy, it's just a part of my character. Me like nice things.
You get that from?
Yeah, my father, me think him worse bossy than me. You know what I mean? It's just a part of my character. If you say me bossy, alright, fine, me bossy, but me not go show off on people. Anybody who know me help people a lot.
Too much.
Me a real humanitarian when you talk about helping people. Me not even sleep for help people. Any problem people have and come to me fix it.
Guys, still it upsetting, kind of affect me.
Yeah, wife in a love when me do it, but me a real people person. When you talk about people person, me a real people person with zero profit. Anyway you see me with a whole heap of people and all of them get help already. You know what I mean? That's me. And when me have my troubles, me try and sit down and fix it by myself. You know what I mean? Like the reason why I would say I have so much ambition, and me not say you have ambition a lot, but me kind of pull you into certain things, is because as a young man, me see my father rise and fall several times. With riches, lose it. Me experience the highest of life and the lowest of life. So me know what mistakes not to make. You understand? So persons might see you doing certain things in life, and me see what my father go through when he make a mistake. Me see what my mom go through when she make her mistakes. So I would say that I was able to learn from them. I will make my own mistakes, but I was able to learn from their mistakes. You know? And if you're in this world and you're not able to learn from your mom and that mistake, you're going to be in serious trouble. You should learn from their mistake, learn from your friend's mistakes, and learn from your mistakes as well. Because you're going to have other mistakes that you're going to pounce upon, and you're going to learn them by making error. You know what I mean? There's so much mistakes out there to make, so fix the one where you can fix. That's pretty much it for us.
And for the last part of my life, for the most part, I'm growing at Westmead. When I came to Portmore, that's where I resided up until like a year after me have Jade and we move out together. But that's about it, how I was grown. With my mother, very strong woman. Very strict. Yeah, very strict too. Very strict. But me very obedient too. Because very some parents could have strict look more. Yeah. If you're bad, you're just bad.
Guys, when I meet Rashi, I couldn't believe say, yo, I really meet a girl in an expose. It's like good luck. You know what I mean?
Because different from my mother, you know, me could do certain things like my father here, you know. Because alright, anybody know if your father a girl is? You know, one feel daughter get touched by other man. If you understand what I say, so like certain enough things in our life, my father would have shown me. And even to go out there, to even when my mother decided to take up a man, my father say, make sure say nothing, you know what I mean? Now go on, if you tell me, because I got done him, you understand? So me did have the farmer security there. So nobody would even try to think about it.
We're going to do a live session,
yeah,
because we don't want to be there too long.
Alright guys, but nobody would even try to think about to touch Rashi, because them know
say. But look where the shape is, so them not think about to touch you. Guys, when we meet Rashi is like an abnormal shape, cartoon character. Cartoon character, Betty Boo. But anyhow guys, that's our 2 cents, you know, where we're from, how we grew up, we try our best to share as much as we can, you know what I mean? Unscripted, we didn't write down any notes. We decided so we're going freestyle talk to you guys and share with you where we are from. Hopefully you enjoy the video. We're at the end. If you like what we shared with you guys so far, you can press the like button and subscribe to us, alright?
And more releases coming, guys, but you don't have to comment too.
And we're in Jamaica. And if you're seeing this video for the first time, guys, you might see maybe a few videos before this one with us in Jamaica, but we are now living in Canada. And we migrated a few years ago with our family, and we're just shooting videos and making vlogs and trying to encourage persons out there, right?
So guys, all unfiltered truth coming very soon. Them unloading.
Press up the like button because the watch time high and the like low. The like low. Me nah go around the corner and talk. People are people on watch. Press up the like button and subscribe to Rashi and Wallet vlogs. Don't make me tell you now again. Subscribe and like up the video.
And guys, no, not
you know how much minutes we reach? We're gonna reach around 40 minutes now.
So guys, hope you really enjoy this vlog. I know it's an informative and in-depth video, so I know so I'm not gonna watch it in full. But give your support by pressing the like button and the subscription button if you haven't already, because the thing I got turn off right now.
And don't cry for no more video.
True, man. Let's not talk about my dad, but rest in peace. I love you.
Big up on yourself, big up all subscribers out there. Straight coming from Rashi and Wallet vlogs to you all, whether you're living in Canada, Jamaica or USA or in the Caribbean or in Europe. Big up all my African folks and we're watching from Nigeria.
And the England people them.
Big England people, let me see a lot of people from England subscribing, alright?
Big up on yourself.
Big up on yourself, you're out. Watch out for the next video. Boom.